It's holiday season, so I'll be filming mostly dishes, appetizer or sweets that concern to holidays, and basically things that we would make on our New Year's.
What about
Anyways, Christmas in Armenia, we celebrate the Christmas on January 6th. Okay. Yeah, I know. Anyways, this is a extremely delicious appetizer. It's a bean roulette, which is basically mashed beans, spiced, and then it's got walnuts, garlic, and then we usually make it with butter. I'll show you how it's made. Let's do step by step so I don't get anyone confused. First, we need to grind the beans. And I say grind because I tried making the same thing with blender. The thing I didn't like, I end up having big chunks of skin, bean skin, and you don't want it. You don't want it with this appetizer. You want to have very smooth consistency beans in order to make that roulette, to roll the roulette. And I already cooked the beans. Wet them in hot water 2 hours, 1 or 2 hours. Discard the water, add cold water, bring it to a boil, and then discard that water, add more water and cook until it's done. Add salt to your taste. And I'll start by grinding my beans. And I have this very tall grinder for a basketball player probably. Okay, so I'll go ahead, finish grinding, and we'll continue. Finish as if I already started grinding. Okay. And I forgot to mention that I'm going to grind the walnuts as well. Usually they say the more walnuts in this dish, the better it tastes. So I'll put down the recipe. You decide if you want to make it more or less. In the recipe it will be average amount. Okay, so I'll grind the walnuts, and then I still have a little bit of beans left. And I'm not saying to grind the garlic because usually, and not usually, it always gets stuck somewhere. It's not grinding properly because it's only 1 or 2 cloves. That's why it probably doesn't go through very well. So I'll go ahead, finish grinding my walnuts, beans, and we're almost done with half of the work. Right? Done. And my mom also used to grind some fresh dill and cilantro. And I don't have any to add, but I do have dry dill, so I'm gonna add dry herbs. I'm gonna grate the garlic very quickly. If you want more garlic, I have I'd say 1 large clove of garlic, but you can always go with more. This is done. And for the spices, I'm adding a little bit of coriander, a good pinch of coriander, and then another even better pinch of dry dill. And then I have jalapeno pepper. This is crushed chili. I like this thing to be spicy, so I'll add this. And then black pepper, of course, a good pinch, maybe 2 pinches. And should I add some curry? And a tiny piece of curry, not piece, a pinch. Okay, so I'll set this aside. And you also need to add a little bit of oil so that mixture comes out very smooth and kind of pliable. Okay, about 2 tablespoons of oil. I'm trying to remember what else I need. Okay, I'll go ahead and find the spoon. Mix it. Okay, so I'll mix this very well, and then we're almost done with our roulette, and the rest is about patience. This needs to set about 5 to 8 hours in the fridge.
Buttercream and
It's just butter. Okay, for those who don't want to bother and roll this into a roulette, I'll show you quick another way you can serve this. Okay, into your small or large salad
How did you put butter
plate.
in this?
I melted, the butter is room temperature, by the way. Okay, so you're gonna place it on your serving plate like this. This is such a delicious and healthy appetizer if you skip the butter. You can always skip the butter, but trust me, even a small amount of butter with this thing tastes amazing.
So the whole entire thing's just mashed beans on a plate.
Yeah, mashed beans on the plate. The whole entire thing is just too much. Okay, you're gonna decorate this to your taste. We usually go with some herbs. Let's say, I don't know if I can do this a nice way since I'm trying to make it fast.
She's in the video just because.
Yeah, she's in the video to beat you, Lilith.
No, she's not. She's not.
Her and Lilith are competing who's
We're
gonna
not
be.
competing. She just wants to be better than me.
I already am. What are you talking about?
Leave him, Lil.
No.
It's okay. Okay, some of these pomegranates, we always add pomegranate. Listen, what did you do?
I made it beautiful.
Okay, and you can make a few. I don't know if I can do this nicely. I am really bad at decorating things. Okay.
I'm
okay.
awesome at it.
Yeah,
Like,
you are.
not like
I should
you.
have pressed the butter first and then the Oh, I should have made the flowers with butter and then add pomegranate on top like this. Oh, I wish I did that like this.
Wow, Mom.
Yeah, I
messed up.
failed. Okay, so this is another option, guys. You can do it this way, or you can do a roulette, and I'm gonna show you the roulette. I like to decorate this now.
Roulette.
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 Okay, something like this. It's halfway done, but you can already see how nice it looks, and probably some crushed walnuts.
Don't
We
suffer your
always
hands.
have pomegranates and walnuts on our salads. Okay, did you see how I crushed the walnuts? Okay, like this.
This is like the most confusing thing ever.
Why is it
Mashed
confusing?
beans with pomegranates with some green.
It's delicious, okay?
with-
And it's very
with
much
walnuts
Armenian.
and butter.
Okay, guys, so I'll go ahead decorate this after I'm done with my roulette.
With your daughter losing.
With my daughter Lucine, okay. Okay, so about the roulette. We need wax paper. Heru. Okay,
Wait,
wax
you're done using
paper.
the butter?
Huh?
You're done using the butter?
No, I'm not done using the butter. This is, by the way, a small portion I'm making right now, but because I made a larger one earlier, so I can show you how it looks.
Really?
Oh, I forgot to. You can either put some oil on your wax paper or sprinkle, drizzle with cooking spray like this. Listen, stop!
What?
No, you can't do that. Okay,
It's
and you're
got
gonna
butter
place. Place your mashed beans on this paper, and then put some oil on your hands and try to flatten this about 1/4 of an inch thickness, like this. Okay, let's do this. And shape it rectangle so you can roll it into a roulette shape. And you know what? I can do this with spatula. Let me wash my hands. It's much easier with spatula. I don't know why my mom told me use your hands and go really hard on walnuts and butter, she said. I was trying to follow her instructions. Okay, so with your spatula, even it up nicely. It's so easy, like this. Make it thick or thin if you like. Thicker or thinner. Okay, so this is. And I hope my butter has melted enough, because last time, it's now really cold, as you can see by my clothes. It melts, it barely melts to normal spreadable temperature. Okay, let's see. If it's not gonna be spreadable and it barely is spreadable, let me see. No, I can barely spread this. So, you know what? I'll go ahead and do some lines like this and then try to spread it out. This way is much easier, by the way. I don't want to go very hard on butter. We already have, here in US, food is already with too much calories, all hormones. In Armenia, everything is, I think, still organic, homegrown, seasonal. So if you go a little bit more with butter or any full calorie ingredient, it will not harm your health. But here I try to avoid. Okay, so this may not look very perfect. Usually you will go ahead and spread the butter all over the beans, and as you would roll a roulette, just like that. Just bring it here, and then one more, and then another one, and this looks ready. Okay, so you're gonna wrap it in your parchment. Oh, no, this is wax paper, but parchment will work just as fine. And then kind of seal the edges like this, and I'll find the platter and place this not in freezer but in the fridge, and I'll go get the one I made earlier. Okay, and you can kind of even it out with your hands. This one is ready. I'll take it to the fridge a bit later, and I'll go get the one I made earlier. Now this is the one I made earlier, and I also prepared a jar with hot water and the knife in that hot water, because when butter gets cold it's really hard to slice and you don't want to destroy that design. Okay, cut it thick or thin, just the way you like it. Let's see. Okay, this is how it's gonna look. Let me place it on my platter. Okay, and I'll go ahead slice a few, and this is a great appetizer with some lavash or just by its own, full of proteins, especially for vegetarians and vegans. This is a must food. And again, you don't want to go through all this fancy process. Go ahead and arrange it on your serving platter, just the way you like it. That's it. And I already tasted. It tastes amazing, so delicious. I'll put down the recipe on my blog at Heghineh.com. Try it. Let me know how you like this appetizer from Armenian Cuisine. And that's it. Remember to subscribe, like the video if you liked it, and I'll see you soon. Arta, you wanna try some? It's mashed beans and